Hi, my name is Shirley Gutkowski, and I'm here to talk to you today as a dental hygienist, which I am, speaking to you from my home office. I am going to talk to you today about crowns and what is a crown and why do you need one and are you sure you need one? Because I know that it's pretty expensive. And if your dentist had recommended that you have a crown done and it's just one and you have a bunch of other big fillings right next to it, I would like to encourage you to think about having the whole quadrant done at once. I know that sounds awful, and no, nobody's paying me to say that. Here's the thing. If you have a giant filling that was done as a favor to you, however long ago it was placed in, it was really no favor. What happens is when we drill a tooth, well, when the dentist drills a tooth, hygienists don't drill, do we? No, we don't. When your dentist drills a tooth, even though they say that there aren't any there are microfractures there. And those microfractures are put to the limit by putting a filling into the tooth, because the filling expands and contracts at a different rate than what your enamel does. So there's always that stress on a tooth, and that's how a tooth breaks. Not only that, there's almost always decay underneath that filling. That's living decay. It's moving, it's growing. Now, decay is different from caries, because caries is an infection that's caused by bacteria. So that has to be kind of established so that we know that we're talking about this different things. But the decay in the tooth is still progressing. There are some studies to show that you don't have to remove all the decay, but then you can't just put a regular filling on top. You have to use a specialized kind of a filling material. So if you have a giant filling, or if your tooth is broken, then yes, a crown is indicated. And I'm sorry that it has to cost so much money, but it will last you a really long time. Before you let them do that, though, I suggest strongly that you have them evaluate your saliva. You heard me. They need to evaluate your saliva to make sure, one, that you have any. You need to have saliva in order for that crown to stay, because you can still get decay around the margins where the crown meets the gums, kind of right in that area. You can get new decay around there. If you don't have saliva, you don't have the buffering components that you need in order to fight off that caries infection. So that's number one that you need to talk about. Number two is look at your insurance. Because if you have a tooth right next to the tooth that needs to have the crown today, you may need to have two crowns, and why have your insurance deductible go twice? So I would encourage you to do that. On the other hand, if you have Sjogren's syndrome, or if you have head or neck radiation therapy and you need to have crowns because your teeth are breaking down because there's no saliva, that should be billed to your medical insurance. Most dental offices are not billing medical insurance, so you may have to make a few phone calls to make sure that the dentist and the dental team up in the front is really adept at billing medical insurance. So make a couple of phone calls. I'm sorry you have to pay, but that's how it is. Have a great week, and if you need any other help from me, you can find me almost everywhere on the internet. My name is Shirley Gutkowski, and my name is spelled Gutkowski.